Chosen one, what I'm about to reveal to you will shake the very foundations of your understanding. If you're watching this video right now, it's no coincidence. God has orchestrated this divine appointment specifically for you. Something monumental is shifting in the spiritual realm, and you're about to receive unexpected gifts that will leave everyone around you speechless. We're talking about supernatural youthfulness, a complete transformation of your body, and yes, even touches of immortality itself. These aren't just empty promises or wishful thinking. These are divine downloads that God is releasing to His chosen vessels in this exact season. God is incredibly pleased with you, and He's about to demonstrate His favor in ways that will defy natural explanation. The struggles you've endured, the battles you've fought in secret, the tears you've shed when no one was watching, none of it was in vain. Every trial was preparing you for this moment of divine elevation. Your body is about to undergo a supernatural renewal that medical science cannot explain. Your energy levels will surge, your appearance will radiate with heavenly glory, and people who haven't seen you in months will do double takes wondering what fountain of youth you've discovered. But before we unlock these profound revelations, I need you to do 3 crucial things. Hit that like button to activate this message in your life. Subscribe to join our family of 1,000 chosen ones. And type 55 in the comments. This sacred number will amplify the divine frequency of what's about to unfold in your life. If you're truly one of God's chosen, your spirit is already bearing witness to these words. You'll stay with me until the very end, because something deep within you recognizes this truth was written specifically for your destiny. Those who aren't ready for this level of transformation might click away, but for those who remain, prepare for a complete metamorphosis that will rewrite your entire story. This isn't just about looking younger or feeling better. This is about stepping into a divine inheritance that has been reserved for you since before the foundation of the world, the divine appointment of eternal youth. When God marks you as His chosen vessel, He doesn't just change your circumstances, He literally rewrites your biological blueprint. This divine appointment with eternal youth isn't something you stumbled upon by accident. Every moment of your life has been leading to this supernatural encounter. The weariness that has weighted down your shoulders, the exhaustion that has dimmed your eyes, the aging that seemed to accelerate during your trials, all of it is about to be reversed through a miraculous, divine intervention that will leave medical professionals baffled. You see, God operates outside the limitations of natural law. When He decides to renew His chosen ones, He doesn't just add a few years to your life. He transforms your very cellular structure. Scientists might talk about telomeres and aging processes, but God laughs at their limitations. He's about to demonstrate through you that His power transcends every scientific principle. Your DNA is being recoded right now as you absorb these words. The very atoms that compose your body are responding to this divine frequency. You might already be feeling a tingling sensation, a warmth spreading through your body, or an unexplainable surge of energy. These are the beginning signs of your transformation. This gift of eternal youth isn't just about vanity or surface-level changes. It's a strategic move in God's divine chess game. He needs His chosen warriors to be strong, vibrant, and full of life for the assignments ahead. The world is entering a season where the chosen ones must shine like never before, and you can't fulfill your destiny while dragging around a tired, worn-out vessel. God is upgrading your physical container to match the magnitude of the glory He's about to pour through you. Your body is becoming a supernatural conductor of divine energy, capable of channeling heavenly power that would overwhelm an ordinary human frame. The transformation begins from the inside out. Your organs are being renewed, your blood is being purified, and your nervous system is being rewired to handle higher frequencies of divine communication. You might notice your sleep patterns changing, needing less rest, but waking up more refreshed than ever. Your digestive system will begin processing food differently, extracting maximum nutrition while eliminating toxins more efficiently. Even your breathing will deepen, drawing in not just oxygen, but divine life force with every breath. This is complete systemic renewal, orchestrated by the master physician himself. The shocking physical manifestation. What's about to manifest in your physical appearance will shock everyone who knows you. We're not talking about subtle improvements that might go unnoticed. This is going to be a dramatic, undeniable transformation that will have people demanding to know your secret. Your skin will begin to glow with an otherworldly radiance, not the artificial glow of cosmetics, but a genuine luminescence that comes from divine light radiating through every pore. Fine lines will smooth out, deep wrinkles will fade, and age spots will disappear as if they never existed. Your hair will undergo its own miraculous renewal. Those who've been dealing with thinning, graying, or loss will witness a restoration that defies genetic predisposition. Your hair will grow thicker, stronger, and return to its natural, vibrant color. But it's not just about restoration, it's about enhancement. Your hair will have a lustrous quality that catches light in supernatural ways. People will assume you've had expensive treatments, but you'll know the truth. This is God's handiwork, and no salon on earth could replicate it. Your body composition will shift without extreme dieting or exhausting workout routines. Excess weight will melt away while lean muscle develops in perfect proportion. Your posture will straighten as your spine realigns to its optimal position. Joint pain and stiffness that might have plagued you for years will vanish overnight. You'll find yourself moving with the agility and flexibility of someone decades younger. Your reflexes will sharpen, your balance will improve, and you'll discover a spring in your step that you haven't felt since your youth, or perhaps never felt at all, because this is beyond natural youth. This is supernatural vitality, but here's what will really astound people: your eyes. The windows to your soul will undergo perhaps the most dramatic transformation. The whites will become brilliantly clear, almost luminescent. Your irises will intensify in color, seeming to shift and sparkle with divine light. People will find themselves mesmerized when they look into your eyes, sensing something profound and otherworldly. Some might even see glimpses of heaven reflected there, though they won't understand what they're witnessing. Your vision itself will sharpen. You might find yourself no longer needing glasses or contacts as your eyesight is supernaturally restored. The energy revolution. Within the surge of divine energy that's about to flood, your system will revolutionize every aspect of your daily existence. Imagine waking up every morning feeling like you've been plugged into heaven's power grid. That bone-deep exhaustion that used to hit you by afternoon, gone. That mental fog that made concentration difficult, cleared completely. You're about to experience energy levels that make your youngest, most vibrant days pale in comparison. This isn't the jittery, unsustainable energy of caffeine or stimulants. This is pure, divine life force flowing through every cell of your being. Your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells, are being supercharged by heavenly frequencies. Scientists would be astounded if they could measure what's happening at the molecular level. Your ATP production is increasing exponentially, providing sustainable energy that doesn't crash or require constant refueling. You'll find yourself accomplishing more in a few hours than you previously could in entire days. Tasks that once drained you will feel effortless. Your productivity will skyrocket, but without the stress and strain that usually accompany high performance. This energy revolution extends to your mental capabilities as well. Your brain is being optimized, creating new neural pathways and strengthening existing ones. Memory that might have been declining will sharpen dramatically. You'll recall details with crystal clarity, learn new skills with remarkable speed, and process information at levels that seem almost superhuman. Creative solutions will flow freely. Innovative ideas will spark constantly, and problems that once seemed insurmountable will unravel with ease. Your mind is becoming a divine supercomputer, capable of processing both earthly and heavenly wisdom simultaneously. Sleep itself will transform from a necessity to a luxury. While your body will still benefit from rest, you'll require far less of it to function at peak performance. 4 to 5 hours of sleep will leave you more refreshed than 8 hours used to. And the quality of that sleep will be extraordinary, deep, restorative, and filled with divine downloads through dreams and visions. You'll wake up not just rested, but inspired, often with clear direction for your day already mapped out in your spirit. Some nights you might find yourself so energized by God's presence that sleep becomes optional, yet you'll feel no exhaustion the next day. Breaking the laws of natural aging, what God is about to do in your life will literally break every known law of natural aging. Medical textbooks will need to be rewritten when they encounter what's happening to you. While the world spends billions on anti-aging research, God is about to demonstrate that He holds the keys to youth and longevity. Your telomeres, those protective caps on your chromosomes that typically shorten with age, are being supernaturally lengthened. Your cells are being programmed to regenerate rather than deteriorate. This isn't science fiction. This is divine intervention at the cellular level. Your body's inflammatory responses, which accelerate aging, are being completely recalibrated. Chronic inflammation that might have been damaging your organs and tissues for years is being extinguished like a fire doused with living water. Your immune system is being upgraded to function with supernatural efficiency, identifying and eliminating threats before they can take hold. Diseases that run in your family line are being broken off at the genetic level. Hereditary conditions that doctors said you were predisposed to are being erased from your biological blueprint. The oxidative stress that causes cellular damage is being neutralized by a divine antioxidant system that surpasses anything found in nature. Free radicals that would normally wreak havoc on your cells are being neutralized before they can cause harm. Your body is developing a supernatural resistance to environmental toxins, processed foods, and other harmful substances that age the population around you. You're becoming a living testimony to the fact that God's chosen ones operate under different biological laws than the rest of humanity. Even your hormonal system is being perfectly balanced. Hormones that typically decline with age are being restored to optimal levels. Your thyroid function is being regulated, your adrenal glands are being renewed, and your reproductive hormones are being balanced in divine proportion. This hormonal optimization isn't just affecting your physical appearance, it's revolutionizing your mood, energy, cognitive function, and overall quality of life. You're experiencing the vitality of youth combined with the wisdom of your years, creating a powerful combination that the world has rarely seen. The spiritual downloads accelerating as your physical transformation accelerates. The spiritual downloads you're receiving are intensifying exponentially. Your spiritual antenna is being upgraded to receive frequencies from heaven that were previously inaccessible. Dreams and visions are becoming more vivid, more frequent, and more prophetic. You're beginning to see into the spiritual realm with clarity that makes the natural world seem dim by comparison. Angels are becoming visible to you, not as vague impressions, but as clear, tangible beings, delivering messages directly from God's throne room. Your intuition is sharpening to laser precision. You're knowing things before they happen, sensing people's true intentions before they speak, and perceiving spiritual atmospheres the moment you enter a space. This heightened spiritual perception isn't overwhelming or confusing. It's crystal clear and perfectly integrated with your natural senses. You're developing what could only be described as superhuman discernment, able to distinguish between human emotion, demonic influence, and divine inspiration with immediate accuracy. Prayer is transforming from a discipline to a delight. You're finding yourself in constant communion with God, not through effort, but through effortless flow. Your prayers are being answered with remarkable speed and specificity. Mountains that seemed immovable are shifting at your word. Situations that appeared hopeless are turning around overnight. You're discovering that you carry an authority in the spiritual realm that demons recognize and flee from. Your very presence shifts atmospheres, bringing peace to chaos and light to darkness. The gifts of the Spirit are manifesting in you with unprecedented power. Prophecy flows from your lips with stunning accuracy. Words of knowledge come to you about complete strangers, opening doors for miraculous interventions. Healing power radiates from you. People are being healed just by being in your proximity. You might find that chronic conditions disappear when you simply lay hands on someone in faith. These aren't occasional occurrences, but becoming your normal Christian experience, as God demonstrates His power through His chosen vessel. The quantum leap in consciousness. Your consciousness is taking a quantum leap into dimensions of awareness that transcend ordinary human experience. You're beginning to perceive reality from heaven's perspective, seeing beyond the veil of physical circumstances into the spiritual truth behind all things. Time itself is becoming fluid to you. You're receiving downloads about future events, understanding past occurrences with perfect clarity, and occasionally experiencing moments where time seems to stop entirely while God speaks directly to your spirit. This expanded consciousness is allowing you to tap into the mind of Christ in ways that seem almost unbelievable. Complex theological mysteries that scholars debate for centuries are becoming simple and clear to you. You're understanding Scripture at levels that bypass intellectual study and go straight to spiritual revelation. When you read the Bible, it's as if the words leap off the page, becoming living three-dimensional realities that you can see, feel, and experience. Hidden meanings, prophetic patterns, and divine mysteries are unveiling themselves to you with breathtaking clarity. Your emotional intelligence is reaching superhuman levels. You're able to feel what others feel without being overwhelmed by their emotions. You can sense the deep wounds people carry and know exactly what words will bring healing. Your presence alone brings comfort to the troubled and peace to the anxious. People find themselves inexplicably drawn to you, sensing that you carry something they desperately need but can't quite identify. You're becoming a walking portal of heaven's love, radiating compassion that melts the hardest hearts. The synchronicities in your life are multiplying beyond coincidence. You're thinking of someone and they call. You have a need and provision appears from unexpected sources. You pray for direction, and signs appear everywhere confirming your path. The universe seems to be conspiring to support your divine assignment. What others would call luck or coincidence, you recognize as divine orchestration. You're living in a constant flow of miracles that are becoming so normal, you almost forget how extraordinary they are. The magnetic aura of divine favor. There's an undeniable magnetic aura developing around you that draws success, opportunity, and blessing like a powerful electromagnet. People in positions of influence are inexplicably drawn to help you. Doors that were firmly closed are swinging wide open. Opportunities that seemed impossible are presenting themselves to you on silver platters. This isn't mere charisma or personal magnetism. This is divine favor manifesting as a tangible force field around your life. Your presence in a room changes the entire dynamic. Conversations shift to deeper topics. People begin sharing their real struggles, and authentic connection replaces surface-level interaction. You're finding that even strangers trust you with their secrets, sensing that you carry a wisdom and compassion that's safe and healing. Business deals close in your favor, negotiations swing your way, and resources flow to you from unexpected sources. It's as if the universe has marked you as favored, and everything is aligning to support your success. This magnetic aura is also repelling negative forces. Toxic people are naturally moving out of your life without dramatic confrontations. Situations that would normally cause stress or conflict are resolving themselves before they can impact you. You're developing a supernatural immunity to drama, gossip, and negativity. Those who operate in darkness feel uncomfortable in your presence and remove themselves voluntarily. You're not fighting battles anymore. Your mere presence causes enemies to flee and obstacles to dissolve. The favor you're experiencing is generational, extending to your family and loved ones. Your children are excelling beyond their natural abilities. Your spouse is experiencing breakthrough in their own calling. Even distant relatives are reporting unusual blessings and opportunities. You've become a portal of blessing that affects everyone in your sphere of influence. This is the Abraham blessing. You're blessed to be a blessing, and everyone connected to you is benefiting from the favor that rests upon your life. The acceleration of destiny. Fulfillment. Everything about your destiny is accelerating at a pace that defies natural timing. What should take decades is happening in months. Dreams you've carried for years are suddenly manifesting with stunning speed. The delays that once frustrated you are being compensated with supernatural acceleration. You're accomplishing more in this season than you have in the previous decade combined. This isn't through human striving, but through divine enablement that multiplies your efforts exponentially. Projects that seem too complex are coming together with miraculous ease. The right people are appearing at the perfect moment with exactly what you need. Resources are flowing from unexpected sources just when you need them. Your learning curve has become virtually vertical. You're mastering new skills with minimal effort, understanding complex concepts instantly, and implementing strategies with immediate success. It's as if you've been given a divine cheat code to life, bypassing the normal struggles and obstacles that slow others down. Your influence is expanding at an unprecedented rate. Your voice is being heard by people who never would have listened before. Your ideas are being implemented at levels you never imagined possible. You're being positioned in places of influence without political maneuvering or self-promotion. God is elevating you like he elevated Joseph from the pit to the palace in divine timing. The platform he's giving you isn't for your glory, but for his purposes. And you're being equipped to handle the responsibility with supernatural wisdom and grace. The impact of your life is creating ripple effects that will outlast your earthly existence. You're not just living for today, you're establishing legacies that will bless generations. The books you write, the businesses you build, the ministries you establish, the people you mentor, all of it is being infused with eternal significance. You're operating with a kingdom perspective that sees beyond temporary success to eternal impact. Your life is becoming a seed that will produce a harvest for centuries to come. The timeline shift phenomenon. You are experiencing what can only be described as a timeline shift, as if you've jumped tracks from one reality to another, better one. The trajectory your life was on has been supernaturally altered. The future that seemed set in stone based on your past has been completely rewritten. You're no longer bound by the limitations of your history, your genetics, or your circumstances. God has literally shifted you onto a new timeline where different rules apply and greater possibilities exist. This timeline shift is affecting your past as well as your future. Traumas that once triggered you are losing their power. Memories that once brought pain are being healed and reframed. You're seeing your history from heaven's perspective, understanding how every trial was preparation for this moment of transformation. The enemy meant those experiences for evil, but God is revealing how he was working all things together for your good. Your testimony is being refined into a powerful weapon that will set others free. In this new timeline, impossible things are becoming possible. Relationships that seemed irreparably broken are being restored. Opportunities you thought were lost forever are coming back around. Dreams you had given up on are being resurrected with new life. You're discovering that with God, it's never too late for anything. He's the God of restoration who can restore the years the locusts have eaten. What looked like permanent loss is being revealed as temporary setback before permanent breakthrough. The acceleration in this new timeline is affecting your learning and growth exponentially. You're downloading information and wisdom that would normally take years to acquire. You're developing skills overnight that others spend decades mastering. Your spiritual growth that might have taken a lifetime is happening in months. You're being fast-tracked through heaven's university, receiving doctorate-level revelation while others are still in kindergarten. This isn't pride. It's the reality of operating in a different dimension of grace, the multiplication effect. Everything in your life is beginning to operate under a supernatural law of multiplication. Your efforts are yielding results far beyond what natural cause and effect would produce. You're sowing singles and reaping hundredfold harvests. Your prayers are affecting not just the situations you're praying for, but creating chain reactions of breakthrough. One act of obedience is opening multiple doors. One seed sown is producing multiple harvests. You've entered into a dimension where kingdom mathematics apply, where 5 loaves and 2 fish can feed 5,000. Your time is being multiplied supernaturally. You're accomplishing 8 hours of work in 2 hours. Tasks that used to consume entire days are being completed in minutes. You're finding margin in your schedule that shouldn't exist based on your commitments. It's as if God is stretching time itself to accommodate all He's calling you to do. You're experiencing what the Bible calls redeeming the time, not just managing it efficiently, but actually multiplying it supernaturally. Financial multiplication is becoming evident in unusual ways. Money you spend seems to come back multiplied. Investments yield returns that financial advisors can't explain. Business ventures succeed beyond projections. Even your giving is creating supernatural returns, not just financially, but in every area of life. You're experiencing the truth that you cannot outgive God. The more you release, the more flows back to you in waves of abundance that defy economic principles. The multiplication extends to your influence and impact. One person you help ends up helping hundreds. One word you speak creates waves of transformation. One prayer you pray shifts entire regions. You're discovering that your life is not adding to the kingdom. It's multiplying exponentially. Every action creates reactions that spread far beyond what you can see or track. You're becoming a catalyst for multiplication in others' lives, activating them to operate in the same dimension of increase, the restoration of lost years. God is not just adding years to your life. He's literally restoring the years that were stolen, wasted, or lost. Every season of barrenness is being compensated with supernatural fruitfulness. Every period of lack is being replaced with abundance. Every moment of rejection is being overwritten with acceptance and honor. The restoration is so complete that it's as if the lost years never happened, except you retain the wisdom gained from those experiences. This restoration is affecting every area of life simultaneously. Relationships that were destroyed are being rebuilt stronger than before. Opportunities that passed you by are coming back around with better terms. Dreams that died are being resurrected with greater potential. You're discovering that God's restoration always exceeds what was lost. He doesn't just give back what the enemy stole. He adds interest, penalties, and bonuses that leave you far better off than if the attack had never happened. Your body is experiencing restoration of youth and vitality that should have been yours all along. Years of stress, trauma, and hardship that aged you prematurely are being erased. Your biological clock isn't just slowing down, it's actually reversing. You're regaining the energy, flexibility, and strength of decades past, but with the wisdom and experience of your current age. This combination of youthful vitality and mature wisdom is creating a powerful synergy that makes you unstoppable in your divine assignment. The restoration extends to missed opportunities and delayed destinies. Doors that closed are reopening. Platforms that were denied are being offered. The very people who rejected you are now seeking you out. You're being given second chances at first-class opportunities. But this time, you're approaching them with divine wisdom, supernatural favor, and perfect timing. What seemed like delay is being revealed as divine, set up for greater impact. Revelation of hidden treasures. God is revealing hidden treasures that have been reserved specifically for you for this exact moment in history. These aren't just material treasures, but spiritual riches, divine strategies, and heavenly resources that have been kept in reserve for the end-time chosen ones. You're receiving revelation about mysteries that have been sealed until now. Ancient wisdom is being downloaded into your spirit. Heavenly blueprints for kingdom advancement are being unveiled to you. These hidden treasures include dormant gifts and abilities within you that are suddenly being activated. Talents you didn't know you possessed are emerging. Abilities that were suppressed by life's circumstances are breaking forth. You're discovering capacities within yourself that seem almost superhuman because they've been enhanced by divine enablement. These aren't new additions. They've always been there, hidden like treasure in a field, waiting for this moment of divine activation. Financial treasures are being revealed through divine inspiration and supernatural wisdom. Investment opportunities that others overlook are becoming obvious to you. Business ideas that will generate wealth for kingdom purposes are being downloaded. You're receiving strategic insight about economic shifts before they happen. God is giving you the ability to create wealth not for personal luxury, but for kingdom impact. You're becoming a channel through which heaven's resources flow to earth. Relational treasures are being uncovered as God brings divine connections into your life. People who carry pieces of your destiny puzzle are being drawn to you. Mentors with exactly what you need are appearing. Partners who complement your strengths and cover your weaknesses are being positioned in your life. These aren't random connections, but divine appointments orchestrated by God. Each relationship is a treasure that adds immeasurable value to your journey. The immunity to spiritual attacks. Supernatural immunity is being established around you that makes you virtually untouchable to spiritual attacks. The enemy's weapons are not just failing, they're backfiring on him. Every curse sent your way is being transformed into a blessing. Every trap set for you is catching your enemies instead. You're walking in a dimension of protection where you're not just defended but actually anti-fragile, growing stronger from every attack attempted against you. This immunity extends to your mind and emotions. Thoughts of fear, doubt, and discouragement can't take root in your consciousness. Depression and anxiety have no landing strip in your mental space. You're developing a supernatural resilience that bounces back from any emotional attack instantly. Your mind has become like a fortress, impenetrable to the enemy's psychological warfare. The peace that passes understanding isn't just visiting you, it has become your permanent state of being. Your physical body is developing immunity to sickness and disease. Viruses that affect others pass you by. Conditions that run in your family line have no power over you. You're walking in divine health that medical science can't explain. This isn't presumption or denial. It's the reality of operating under a different covenant, whereby his stripes you were healed becomes a tangible, daily experience. Your immune system is being supernaturally enhanced to function at levels that defy medical understanding. Even your finances and resources are becoming immune to attack. Economic downturns don't affect you the same way they affect others. Market crashes become opportunities for advancement. Job losses lead to better positions. Business challenges result in innovative breakthroughs. You're living in an economy that isn't subject to earthly systems, but operates according to heaven's unlimited resources. The enemy cannot touch what God has blessed, and everything about your life is under divine protection, the manifestation of creative power. The creative power of God that spoke worlds into existence is being activated within you. You're beginning to create with your words, calling things that are not as though they were. Your declarations are carrying supernatural authority that shifts circumstances and manifests realities. You're discovering that you've been given the power to create solutions where none existed, to innovate beyond human limitation, and to birth new realities through divine inspiration. This creative power is manifesting in practical ways. Business ideas that revolutionize industries are flowing freely. Artistic expressions that carry heaven's frequency are emerging through you. Solutions to complex problems are appearing in your mind fully formed. You're not just thinking creatively, you're thinking with the mind of the Creator. Innovation isn't something you're striving for. It's flowing naturally from your connection to the source of all creativity. Your words are becoming containers of creative power. When you speak blessing, blessing manifests. When you declare breakthrough, walls crumble. When you prophesy transformation, change becomes inevitable. You're learning to guard your words carefully because you're realizing they carry the same creative force that formed galaxies. This isn't positive thinking or psychological manipulation. This is the reality of operating as God's chosen vessel with delegated authority to create and transform. The environments around you are being affected by your creative power. Chaos becomes order in your presence. Broken situations begin healing when you enter the room. Dead things come to life when you speak. You're becoming a carrier of resurrection power that awakens dormant dreams, revives dead relationships, and restores hope where it was lost. Your very presence releases creative energy that transforms atmospheres and shifts spiritual climates. The convergence of heaven and earth. In your life, heaven and earth are converging in unprecedented ways. The veil between the natural and supernatural is becoming increasingly thin. You're living simultaneously in both realms, fully present on earth while continuously connected to heaven. This convergence isn't causing confusion, but rather crystal clarity about your purpose and position. You're becoming a bridge between dimensions, a conduit through which heaven's reality flows into earth's circumstances. Angelic activity around you is increasing dramatically. These aren't distant, invisible beings, but active participants in your daily life. You're becoming aware of their presence, their protection, and their assistance in ways that would seem like fantasy to those who haven't experienced it. They're responding to your prayers, executing God's word that you speak, and fighting battles in the spiritual realm on your behalf. You're beginning to understand that you have more support in the unseen realm than you ever imagined. Heavenly encounters are becoming normal occurrences. Whether in dreams, visions, or translated experiences, you're regularly visiting heaven's dimensions. These aren't just spiritual experiences for personal edification. You're receiving assignments, strategies, and revelations that affect earthly outcomes. You're bringing back blueprints from heaven's architecture room, strategies from heaven's war room, and innovations from heaven's creative center. Each encounter equips you for greater earthly impact. The glory of God is beginning to manifest tangibly in your environment. Others are sensing something different when they enter your space. There's a weight, a presence, a tangible atmosphere that affects everyone who comes near. Some might see unusual lights, others might smell supernatural fragrances, and still others might hear heavenly sounds. These manifestations aren't for show, but are evidence of heaven's reality breaking into earth's dimension through your life. Your response to this divine moment now. Chosen one, as you've absorbed these revelations, you must understand that this transformation requires your partnership with heaven. God has chosen you, equipped you, and prepared this moment for you, but you must choose to step into it fully. Doubt, fear, and unbelief are the only things that can hinder what God wants to do. Your faith is the conduit through which these promises flow from heaven's storehouse into your earthly experience. Begin to speak these truths over yourself daily. Declare that you are receiving supernatural youth, divine beauty, and extraordinary vitality. Thank God for the transformation that's already begun, even if you can't see it yet. Faith calls things that are not as though they were. Your gratitude and declaration accelerate the manifestation. Don't wait to see changes before you believe. Believe, and you will see changes that astound you and everyone around you. Prepare yourself practically for what's coming. Clear out the old to make room for the new. This might mean releasing toxic relationships, changing limiting habits, or restructuring your daily routine to accommodate the new level you're entering. God is doing the supernatural, but He expects you to do the natural. Position yourself to receive by creating space in your life for the transformation. You can't hold new wine in old wineskins. Prepare new wineskins for the new wine he's pouring out. Share this message with others who need to hear it, but be discerning. Not everyone is ready for this level of revelation. Some will mock, others will doubt, but a remnant will receive and run with it. You're not responsible for convincing anyone. You're responsible for being a living testimony of these truths. As your transformation becomes undeniable, your life will preach louder than any words. You are chosen, you are loved, and you are about to step into the most extraordinary season of your existence. The waiting is over. Your time is now. Step into your divine inheritance of eternal youth and supernatural transformation.